All right, back in the shop, SDRC. We've got some more VITAVON parts for our Losi Promoto bike. You can see I already have the street tires and the VITAVON street wheels there. Well, spoked wheels, sorry. They can be off-road or on-road, obviously. I just got a new set in. These are black wheels, black rims with the gold hubs and those stainless steel spokes. This is the rear wheel. Here's the front here. We're gonna glue these off-road tires onto those. Here's the back. These are VITAVON. You can see right there, VITAVON. And here's the front tire. It says VITAVON up there at the top. Yeah, VITAVON. Gives the sizes of them there too on the sidewall. All right, we're gonna use Proline tire glue here. I used this on the street tires and it seemed to hold good. They're on there firm. We've also got this VITAVON rear, they call it the bearing positioning column for the Promoto, but I would call it a bearing spacer, axle spacer for the rear wheel. So that goes into this wheel over here. You'll need one of those because VITAVON, it isn't supplied in the wheel, so you'll need either your stock one or buy a VITAVON one from them. They're a beautiful piece. It even says VITAVON. It's hard to see it, but it says VITAVON across there in like a whitish kind of paint or something. And I also got some screws here. These are for the screws for the front brake disc. Now, when you buy these wheels, they supply, oh, wrong one. Here's the front. When you buy these wheels, they supply 6 screws for the disc. You need these short ones because if you use the stock Losi wheel screws for the brake rotor, they will run into the back of the hub right here. You can see where the screw goes through. If it's not short, it'll hit the hub. So you need the short ones. If you don't have, if they aren't supplied in your wheel, if you bought ones that were prepackaged without them, you have to buy these here. Or if you lose yours, you can rebuy them from VITAVON here. And that the part number is PROM124. And those come, there's 6 of them in the hub, but there's 7 in the package, so they give you an extra. And I'll give you all the weights and all the stuff for all of this stuff, how I usually do. I just wanted to show you, I've already stuck on the foam over top of the spoke nipples there, covering those up. Both wheels, I've done that off camera. I also lubricated, popped the seals out of each one of the bearings, popped the seal out, filled it with the lubricant I choose, SDRC Easy Lube tubes. I did both the wheels, both bearings and both wheels. So that's all done, taken care of. I went around and took the supplied spoke wrench that VITAVON supplies. I went around and just made sure each spoke was snug. A couple of them were a little looser than the rest, but not loose. Just a little bit more of a snug I could get on them. So I did that. What else? That's about it. So let's get these tires onto the rims and we'll get them glued on. I wipe down the rims, the wheels, and the tires where they will be glued. The gluing surfaces I wipe down really good with isopropyl alcohol, just to make sure that there's no oils or contaminants on there to not let the glue bond good to the rim. Some people choose to sand these. I'm just gonna glue them up because I'd like to be able to get them off of the rim when I want to change the tires without a problem. If they start popping off while I'm using them, I'll just take some glue and glue them back on. I mean, it's pretty straightforward and simple. I usually have glue with me out at the bash area or pretty close. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So you can choose to do it how you want, but I'd rather not have it completely, not permanent, but really, really stuck on there where you have to boil them or heat them and stuff. I'd rather be able to break them free when I want them off myself. If they do, like I said, start to crack loose the glue, then I'll go from there and come up with a better way. But I think this should hold just fine. The street ones here, you can see I glued the same way, and I mean, it's not peeling off there. When I'm pulling that wheel to the side, I mean, you're not going to get much more harder pull than that on the street. And if you are, it's because you crashed and you probably are making a mess of your RC and breaking other stuff, and I wouldn't be worried about my glue breaking free at that point. Anyway, let's get on with getting these tires put on and glued. Alright, while I let the glue dry on my tires on the one side, I installed those new screws, the short screws, into that front disc. Looking great. It does rub a bit. It always has. But it's a brand new disc also. This disc is a brand new one, so it will break in a bit. This is a VITAVON stainless steel disc. It will break in a bit more too. And I just replaced the caliper also, and those are brand new pads in the caliper. So it's all got to wear itself in a bit, but it's doing not bad. So I'm pretty stoked on that. And like I said, I got these tires glued up. They're over here, right here, just sitting here. The one side is already glued. I'm gonna flip them over now, and I will glue the other side. All right, so I'm gonna get that done. So all I was doing, I'm not gonna show you it all on video. I'm just peeling back the edge, just so you can see the lip that goes into the groove, and applying some glue into the groove of the rim and some on the tire, and stuffing it back in, holding it for a few seconds, massaging it into the groove, making sure it's in there good, and holding it, and then going to the other side. And then once I've done two sides, then I go to the next tire, I glue one side, then I go to the other side, glue this side, then I let that sit while I go back to this tire, then I spin it half a turn and glue the other. So now I've gotten 4 spots, and then I go back and forth just like that until the tires are glued all the way around. Then I run around with the glue at the needle point and just run all the way around the edge with a fine bit of glue, just to make sure that the glue can have a nice seal there for its final edge. Basically, that's how I do it. You can look back on other videos I've done if you want to watch how I do the tire gluing. I just didn't have time for this video to do it. It takes extra time and editing and all that stuff. All right, let's get back to it. All right, I've got the tires all glued on there. Looking really good. Looking really good. Now, I'm not going to install them on the bike right now because I still have the street tires on, and I have to go do some testing and shoot a couple videos with those. And then I'll get these off-road tires mounted, and then we'll do some tests with these. My overall impression with these tires, I like the rubber. It's nice and soft, but not too soft. I think it's going to wear for a while. Yet give good traction on most surfaces. The foams are pretty good. I think they could be a little bit denser, but that's just being picky, right? Other than that, I'm pretty happy with these. I like how wide the rear tire is. Looks real good. I'll have to compare it to a stock rear tire. I'll give a comparison another time on a different video. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. I'm going to get the sprockets and the discs put onto them, and then I'll get them mounted on the bike in a future video. But I just wanted to let you guys see this and give you my opinion on them. The front tire, same thing. The foam, I think, could be a bit denser, but that's just being picky. I'm happy with my glue job. A couple spots I added a bit too much glue, but that's all good. It's gonna a little bit on the rim here and there. I'll just scratch that off with a plastic squeegee or something like that. Other than that, I'm pretty impressed. I still have to take and install the rear bearing spacer here, the VITAVON rear bearing spacer. Just have to pop out one of these bearings, bit of lubricant on these, slap it in, we're good to go. So I'm going to get that done, but I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully you liked that video and got something out of that. If you're interested in buying these, go check them out. There'll be a link in the description in my video. Follow that link. It'll be an eBay link. Go and check them out and get yourself some VITAVON rims and VITAVON tires for the Promoto, Losi Promoto. All right. Anyway, if you're not subscribed and you like that video, go and subscribe so you're not going to miss any action on this bike. We're going to get out there with the crew. Me and Jay Woods are going to do some street racing videos. We got a nice place set up that we'll take the bikes down and probably set up some cones and stuff like that and rip around and get some good videos, slow motion. I'll use the tripod and get some really good angles and stuff like that. And we'll test these Promoto tires, we'll test these Supermoto tires, the street tires. We'll test them out and I'll let you know what I think of those and you'll see the videos on that. All right, though, I'm going to keep rambling on if I don't let you guys go. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we'll see you real soon on the next video. Screaming Demons RC, SDRC. We're out.